Okay, hello everybody, it's It's95 here and I am back again for another video. And before I get into this, I just want to say, guys, that I am extremely tired. Um, as I'll go on to explain, basically, well, I'll explain it now. But yeah, I was watching WrestleMania last night, which is why I've got this the WWE homepage open, and that's going to be up the whole time. I'm not going to change that. I don't need to. But yeah, I'm so freaking tired. WrestleMania started at 12 o'clock UK time, and and finished at 4 something. I think I went to bed at about 10 past 4 and I had 5 hours sleep. I'm absolutely knackered. So if I stop to yawn or anything, then I do apologise, but now you know why. So now I'm going to get into the meat and potatoes of this video, and that is WrestleMania 29. It was quite a big one for me, just because it's the first ever WrestleMania that I've watched live. That Yeah, that I've watched live. I mean, I wasn't there, obviously, but I watched it in HD. I watched it on massive television. It was really good. I had I went over to a mate's house and I had a great night with some mates, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. The experience, the match itself. Yeah, I'll get in the matches. Sorry, the matches themselves. I'll get into that. But basically, as I said, guys, I'm not really going to do anything on the screen, so if you don't want to watch the video and just listen to it, then that is perfectly acceptable. That is what I'm going to be doing. I just got this up here because, it's WWE WrestleMania, so I thought, why not get this up? Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the 8 matches that we had last night at WrestleMania. I'm going to tell you the results, and I'm also going to tell you what I thought of the match, basically. I'm going to try and make this quick, but I don't want to make it too rushed because my brain is just hurting and I don't think I can do like a rushed thing. So, here we go, I guess. The first match that we had was Sheamus, Randy Orton, and The Big Show versus The Shield. So that's like the faces versus the heels. And it was an interesting match. I mean, there was a lot of sorry. As you get in tag team matches, there's a lot of back and forth action. So 1 minute the Shield could be beating the crap out of Big Show. The next minute Big Show's just powering through everything and then smacks like Seth Rollins or whatever in the face. So there was a lot of that going back and forth. I really did expect the Shield to lose this match, but they won. They actually won, and there was a lot of high flying action and stuff. So yeah, it was an interesting match, but I really did expect the Shield to lose that one. But after the match, Orton. No, not Orton. Sorry, the Big Show. He really wasn't happy, and he gave a knockout punch to both Sheamus and Randy Orton. So I don't know. Maybe he's turning heel again. If I'm completely honest, I haven't really been watching WWE a lot, so I don't really know a lot of the storylines. Obviously, I'm a long time fan. I used to watch it when I was younger and stuff, so that's why I wanted to watch WrestleMania. But we're moving to the next match, and this is the epitome, the definition of a filler match. This really was not an interesting match for me. Ryback versus Mark Henry. And the whole match, it was just sort of like, who's the bigger man? Who's the one that's going to knock the other one down using their pure strength? And there was a lot of just ridiculous moves and stuff, but I could forgive that if it had a good ending, but it didn't. No. Well, it was alright. It wasn't a bad ending. Um, um, who won this one? Mark Henry won this one. Sorry, I'm sort of all over the place. My brain is really hurting. Um, yeah, Mark Henry won this, but then after the match, Ryback decided to. Oh, what did he do? I can't freaking remember. He did some move, and then he shell shocked Mark Henry. So he picked him up. He picked him up twice, and yeah, after the match he shell shocked him. So it sort of made Mark Henry look a bit weak because he just won the match, and yet he's getting shell shocked. Whatever. Match number 3, Team Hell No. So that's Kane and Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E Langston. As I expected, Team Hell No won. I mean, I never really saw them not retaining that. It was a pretty easy match. Dolph is like... He's been a massive jobber at the company for God knows how long, so I always had a feeling that he might lose, but it was the first time I watched Biggie Langston wrestle, and he looks like a decent wrestler. He looks like, if they used him correctly, then he has a prosperous future. Okay, so match number 4 is Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Hope I pronounced his name right, because he may end up, giving me the big boot to the head, as he did to Chris Jericho. I mean, this match was okay. The reason that it was okay was because Chris Jericho is a really good performer, and he always has been, and he carried the match. I mean, Fandango didn't do a bad job. Yeah, he didn't do a bad job. He was alright, but yeah, I really like watching Jericho, and unfortunately, he didn't put Fandango in the walls, which is probably one of my favourite wrestling moves of all time, apart from like the Swanton Bomb, because Jeff Hardy was just amazing. But anyway, that was actually a debut from Fandango, and he won. He beat Jericho, and it sort of looked a bit sloppy, but it also looked quite genuine, because Jericho looked like he missed a move, and then he went and tried to do another one, and then slipped, and then Fandango rolled him up. So yeah, the underdog won that one. So next match we've got the most racist storyline in WWE history. This is Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger, and as I said, I haven't been watching Raw that much, so I didn't really know many of the storylines. And Jack Swagger and who is it, Zeb Coulter or whatever his name is, they are complaining that there are immigrants in the country of America. This is the most ridiculous storyline, because it's blatant racism, and yet they're allowed to get away with it. I mean, it's extraordinary how they are. But anyway, I'm glad that Del Rio did actually retain. He beat the racist motherfucker. I've never really liked Swagger. I don't think he's a good performer, and also, yeah, he's a massive jobber. I mean, yeah, he sucks. But now we get into the 3 biggest matches of the night. Number 6, the Phenom, the Undertaker, took on CM Punk, and Punk... I mean, I knew that Undertaker was going to win. He did win, by the way. He did win. I knew Undertaker was going to win, just because if they're not gonna, because no, let me start again. I knew Undertaker was going to win because of everything that happened with Paul Bearer, because obviously he died. If you didn't know, he died. But then CM Punk was being all disrespectful to him, and he stole the urn, and then he was pouring the ashes all on Undertaker. So I knew from like watching all those clips and stuff that Undertaker was going to win that. You know, he was doing it for Paul Bearer as well as for the streak. Yeah, the streak is now 21-0, and as me and one of my mates was discussing yesterday, we think that this man right here, John freaking Cena, is going to face off against The Undertaker next year and then beat him, because Cena just beats everyone, so yeah. But I'm not moving on yet. I just want to say that this was by far the best match of the night. Undertaker has always been a really good wrestler. I mean, he is getting a bit old, so you would think that he doesn't do as well, but he still puts in 100% of his effort, and he makes the match really good. And CM Punk is my favourite wrestler at the moment. I think that his personality is just really good. If I go in here, you can see from here, Punk tried to do the classic tombstone submission to Undertaker, and I really like that about him. Like he will try these things, and he's not afraid to just be himself. He's one of the only people that is like a genuine guy on the company. So yeah, I really like him, and that was the best match of the night. But Undertaker did win, and the streak continues. Now, match number 7 was Brock Lesnar versus Triple H, if you look on the screen now if you want to. And this was a no-holds-barred match. And the stipulation of this match was if Triple H lost, then he would have to retire. Do you think that they're going to lose Triple H? No, of course not. I mean, Brock Lesnar was absolutely insane. He was just beating the absolute shit out of Triple H. I mean, at one point he did a suplex into the announce table and broke it. I mean, it didn't even look like he was supposed to do that, because then afterwards he did a belly to belly and then put him on the table. I mean, I think, but he was he did a good job, I think. But as it has been in a lot of Triple H's later matches, he's been beaten up, and then he gets like a second wind, he like reverses something or whatever, no sells it, and then just comes back and just is in the match. Excuse me. He's in the match and then he wins. So yeah, he pedigreed Brock Lesnar on the steel stairs, so he has not lost his contract, as everyone expected. Triple H did win that match, and the last match of the night was one of the worst matches of WrestleMania. Rock versus Cena, rematch of last year, and it was for the fanboys. The match was for the fanboys of like the Rock and Cena, because throughout the whole match they were doing their thing, and then they got to one point and it just went, oh, Cena's going to do the AA. No, reversal. Rock's going to do the rock bottom. Oh no, AA, rock bottom. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And then one guy would get knocked down, and they do the same thing again. It was like, oh please, come on, nothing more original. And yeah, as everyone expected, John Cena gave Rock an attitude adjustment and pinned him, and he is the 11-time WWE champion, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So silly, but overall my thoughts on the night were, I enjoyed watching it live. It's a shame that some of the matches were not as good as they could have been. Undertaker versus Punk was my favourite match, my star match of the night. So, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you did not watch WrestleMania, then I hope this has been a helpful guide to everything that happened last night / this morning. So yeah, this has been What's This 95. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and I will see you in the game. I will see you in the game? What sort of English is that? Jesus. I will see you again for some more videos in the future, is what I meant to say. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and goodbye.